Guys, what's up? Okay, I know I said I promised there would be an intro, and I know I said I would have a banner. I'm working on it. I just wanted to wait till I got the poll in. And guys, guess what? We got the poll. I finished it. I actually didn't get any messages. I was hoping for some positive outcome, get some type of response, but I didn't get anything. So, this is the poll. We have 5 voted no and 1 voted yes. I said vote yes if you want me to keep this a fear and phobia channel. And 5 said no, which means that this is now a challenge vlog all around the clock video. Okay, so today's video is going to be a requested video. Not just by one person, a couple people have asked me about it. So we're going to talk about BDSM. But before we go any further, my name is Lydia. Welcome to my channel. I'm highly addicted to animal crackers. What's up? Let's go. So, let's talk about this first. It was someone wondering where I got handcuffs. We're talking about BDSM today, and I figured putting handcuffs myself was a great way to start the topic. These aren't even my handcuffs. Just terrible. But there is a lot. I'm not gonna sit here and educate all of you on every little thing because we will be here all night. We will start with the basics, which is bondage and discipline, dominance and submission, and sadism and masochism, which is kind of what BDSM stands for, is bondage, dominance, submission, messages. Yeah, but the B stands for bondage and discipline. DNS stand for dominance and submission, and S&M can stand for submission and masochism. If I said that wrong, don't correct me. I'm not good with long words. So there's many different types of restraints. This is one. There is so many restraints. These are really painful. I suggest getting, if you get handcuffs like this as a restraint, get ones with fur on it so they're less painful. I know they're kind of not per se kinky to some people, but they are a lot more comfortable for the woman or man, whatever you prefer. And if you are small like me, these do not work because even when you pull it the far way, I still have arm room. And it's not fun because then they can go all the way up there and still be loose. Like, look at that. So, when it comes to restraints, I can't get this off my arm now. When it comes to restraints, there's so many different restraints, there's different paddles, there's different everything. And it all depends on your kink. Now, if you are in a dominant and submission relationship, I'm going to stress this, and I'm going to stress this with everything in me. If you, for example, are a daddy dom, and you have a little girl, and it is a kink, it's just your sex life, and that is a kink to you, that is fine. But if you have that kink and you're not exactly 18 plus, I do not suggest putting the word around because you do get a lot of hatred. I'm not saying I'm against underaged BDSM players because it's actually can be very dangerous. I do not really support it. Sorry if that upsets people, but I just don't underaged people in certain kinks is not okay with me because they can be very dangerous and they could actually get you in a lot of trouble. But if you do, for example, if you have a daddy dom and you are a little, your submission, your little submissive words matter more. So she says, "Daddy, I am not comfortable with these handcuffs the way it is. You get her comfortable." Your main focus is to make sure she is comfortable, she is happy, and she feels safe. Now, if you have a little that has had a hard past, and a little or submissive or kitten or whatever, and she's had a hard past, or he's had a hard past, because littles and submissives can come male or female, you make sure you don't step over the boundaries, and you make sure you know their telltale signs. Like when they don't want to do something, they might not say it in fear of losing you. Make sure you know that sign. Make sure you know when they're not okay with something. The dominant, You are very, very important in this role. So is a submissive. But as a dominant, you need to be prepared at all times. You need to understand when it's time to stop, when it's time to take a break, or when she's just not okay with it. Another thing is if you're into like the restraints and stuff, remember, it might be work to you, but it is more work to her. The aftercare is very, very, very important, especially if you are a daddy in a little or a kitten or whatever. To any submissive, the aftercare means the most, because if you do the kink but you don't do the aftercare, to her she feels like it wasn't very fulfilled. Like she'll feel like very upset and heartbroken, and it's not a fun feeling, especially if it is a little. I know littles get very sad if they don't have the aftercare. Now, if she's a little, your aftercare might be going and getting her a juice box and a few snacks and sitting there and, petting her head and telling her how good of a job she did and how good of a girl she was and telling you love her and she's your beautiful little princess and so on. Now, when she feels a little bit more energetic, maybe let her have a nap, you get up, color with her, watch some Disney movies. If you have a kitten, you might get her, some mallow, her favorite chew toy, pet her head and her tummy, and like a submission is very, very, very important, especially the aftercare. I think the aftercare shows how much you actually love the person. So that's a thing. Now let's talk about lifestyles, because there's lifestyles in the BDSM world. There's many of them. There's kitten lifestyles, there's little lifestyles. There's just so many, oh my god. But we'll start with the two basics, which is little and kitten. That's the two most common. That's the two most things you'll see. Now on YouTube, you don't see a lot of people with kitten kinks and little kinks and stuff, because a lot of people downlook on that. A lot of people don't get it. Now there's two different types. Well, there's probably more than two, but the two most common littles are ABDL, which stands for Adult Baby Diaper Lover. Or there's a second one, DDLG, which is Daddy Dom Little Girl. And that's normally where you're little, but you're not little enough to wear like diapers and sleeping cribs. Now, there are some littles out there who do not wear diapers and sleeping cribs, suck pacifiers, etc. Every little is different. And if you have a little, if you know a little, do not ask a little's age. If you ask a little's age, it's okay, I guess. But if she says she does not know her little age, don't bribe her on it. Because a lot of littles don't actually know their age. It just depends. I guess in the scenario, like one day you could be like feeling like you're 5, the next day you could be like 2. But, if you have an ABDL little and you are fully aware of her lifestyle, you can't just run into the relationship and be like, okay, I'm a daddy now. It does not work like that. If you are new to the daddy world and this is your first little, you can't just up and say you're a daddy. It takes months, maybe years of practice, education, learning, time, respect. There's so much that goes into being a daddy. You need to learn your little, not learn what other littles do. Yes, there's places where you can go to figure out how the basics of littleism works, but you need to study your little. Your little is not other littles. Your little is your little. She is very, very, very precious. She is very sensitive. Your job as a daddy is to take care of her, to nurture her, to love her, to guide her, to help her. And if it becomes too much for you, you need to walk away, because if you drag a little on and hurt her, it can affect her future relationships, not only with a guy, but finding another daddy. There is options though. If you are not okay, like with being a daddy, or you just don't understand it, and you want extra help, and she doesn't exactly know how to teach you because she's not the dominant type, you can hire a caregiver, which is somebody who can come and show you how Sorry, my phone told me something. Popped up on the screen. But yeah, you can hire caregivers. You can even go online. You can talk to people virtually online who are professional in the BDSM world. There is so many routes. Sorry, my dad was asking me about burritos. We're having burritos tonight. Okay. So yeah, your little, I don't know. I have been interrupted 5 times, and I don't know where I left off. But I have no idea where I left off now. Perfect train of thought. But yeah, your little is basically just, you gotta be very careful with the little. You know, don't hurt her. Learn your little. Take the time to understand. If you have to, write down stuff so you can train yourself mentally, emotionally, to learn your little and her ways. Figure out what her favorite coloring book is, her favorite sippy cup, her favorite pacifier, her favorite outfit, you know, favorite cuddling pose, favorite Disney movie, so on. There are so many things you can do to make your little happy. So that's just the basics of a little. And there, like I said, there are tons of places you guys can get help. And if you are new to being a daddy, feel free to hit me up. I can give you information or whatever I can't tell you. I can send you where to go. And now, quickly, before I forget, littles can switch. They can go from adult to little, which means they can like do all the adult things and then come home and be little. Some littles can actually be little and dominant, so they can switch the roles whenever they want. That is a thing. Littles do come in boys and girls. It's just very uncommon to see male littles. It's not something you see every day. It's more common to see females, which I think is sad. I think we need more male littles out there. Now, for kittens, kittens have a master dom. And, sorry, I was feeling my phone temperature. My phone says that if I charge it with the battery, it'll make it go hotter. I don't know. But if you have a kitten, she normally will call you master. She might call you sir, she might call you daddy, but it's normally master or sir. Now, kittens like to be either in sexy lingerie or completely naked. Sometimes they like to be clothed. It really depends on the kitten. They will crawl around on they'll crawl around on all fours, you know, depending on how far they want to go. Some kittens will drink out of a kitten bowl and stuff. They'll like to be walked around little leashes. They like to wear little ears and have the head pet, their belly rubbed. And if you have a partner, male or female, and they're a kitten, kittens don't normally talk. We're very quiet, soft creatures, you know, we'll find a little place to curl up and sleep. We like to get into mischief, we like our treats. So when it comes to finding a kitten, your job as a master is to keep your kitten happy, the same as a little. And, you know, give her favorite toy. You know, there's little puffballs. Here, I'll show you what I mean. I just got up. There's so many different toys, leashes. I hope that nobody's seen that. Leashes. You have little kitten balls, little cat toys. I have one of these, and he's missing his eyes, and his name is Kiko. He's on my shelf. When I go into kitten space, if I like you, I will literally crawl over and let you see Kiko, but I won't let you touch him, because if you touch him, you're insulting me. But if I show you Kiko, it means I trust you and I like you. So when it comes to little kittens, usually kittens like their toys, they like their kitty toys. You can literally go to the dollar store and buy them there. They're very simple to find. I know a lot of people aren't high on income, so if you're not high on income, go to the dollar store. You can get some little stuff there. You can get cat toys there. But yeah, find her favorite toy, leashes, ears, tails. Kittens are very basic creatures. It can be a kitten, it can be a dog, you can be any animal. But your pet is very simple. She's very meek and soft, and the odd time, like sometimes if your kitten doesn't want to be touched, she might hiss at you. Don't try to pressure her into holding her, just maybe she needs some space. She just wants a few minutes, a few hours. I don't know. She just might want to be alone. Leave her alone for a bit. Let her, you know? So, kittens are very beautiful creatures. We're very soft and gentle. We like to curl up on your lap. We won't talk very much. But your job is to take care of us, and not hurt us. The same goes with littles. Littles and kittens are very similar. And sometimes you can be both. But when it comes to kinks, like in the bed, and you have a little and a kitten, or sometimes they're mixed together, and they're into high BDSM, handcuffs, gags, restraints, paddles, you need to experiment a little bit. You need to figure out what their favorite handcuff is, their favorite position, when is the ball gag too tight or too loose, when is the choker, if they like to wear chokers, too loose or too tight, just figure out where the comfortability lays before you take it too far. Don't just jump into BDSM and say, oh, I like this. No, it just doesn't work like that. Just don't rush, because if you rush and you're new to it, you can actually damage yourself. Like, if you're new, you don't have to say you like all the shit. You don't. You can just literally be yourself, experiment a little, see what you like, and if you don't like it, it's okay. You can say, I don't like this. That's fine. People have things they like and dislike. That is just how BDSM works. So, if you are new to the BDSM world, experiment a little, see what you like, and understand there is a difference between BDSM and rough sex. Rough sex might just be, tossed in the bed with his hand around your neck as he, he Donkey Kongs you, And there's a difference between that and you being tied down, having no will to move, him spanking you until your butt changes colors, and, the restraints. There is just a huge difference, and it's a good thing to learn the difference between rough sex and BDSM. I'm not very good at explaining that part, so I'm not going to really try. But, like I said, yes, there is a difference. I think deep down rougher sex is just this simple 50 Shades of Grey bullshit. 50 Shades of Grey was terrible. That's not a good example. Scratch that. Don't listen to that part. I think... Yeah. But I think BDSM is very beautiful. It's a very beautiful thing. It adds the extra trust, an extra bond, and if you have a little or a kitten and she's submissive too, you have the perfect relationship, because there's so much trust and time that goes into that, and it's like the extra bond. So it's so beautiful. It is. It's really unique, and you'll never find anything like it. So if you get the chance to come across a little, be friends with the kitten, date a little, date a kitten, date whatever, embrace it, because we're one of a kind, and it's a very beautiful lifestyle. Yeah. So, I might do another video like this, but with further information later on. But for now, I'm just gonna leave that with that. I'm gonna go and get myself some burritos. Freaking hungry. Really want food. And then I'm gonna come home. I might watch some Puppet Master, some other old horror movies. And I shall see you guys tomorrow. And I'm gonna continue to work on my intro and see where we go. But I hope some of this helped you guys, considering I've been rambling for over 20 minutes. So, if it didn't, and I missed anything, or you guys want me to talk about something, further in, I can do that. Just drop your comments below, and I'd be more than willing to talk about it. If it's something, like, it doesn't have to be just this subject. If you guys want me to talk about anything, just drop it below. If I don't know anything about the subject, I'll do research on it. I'll go to the library and read some books, because I don't really believe in Wikipedia. I like to go and actually read a physical book and learn, because I think that's the best way to get knowledge. So if you guys want me to do any more videos like this to help you guys, just let me know. I don't mind. I will see you guys tomorrow though, so y'all have a good night, and I'll be back.